Previously on the Silksong Voice Randomizer.
Shakuni, 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 Shakuni.
Guys, maybe this randomizer was a bad idea. And while this voice randomizer was a crazy and chaotic idea in many ways, I'm still happy I did it. This video is the part 2 of a series where I personally randomized every NPC's voice in Hollow Knight Silksong and just played through the game, seeing what nonsense would come out of their mouths and how that would change my view of the characters. It was a ton of fun. The last video I made on this topic covered all of Act 1, and I am here to finish off the game by showing you what all of Act 2 looks like with voices randomized. So, get ready to see Sherma bathing while not sounding like Sherma at all, the caretaker once in his life, not spamming oi 5,000 times, and characters like Trobbio with a voice that could never match the original, but he'll be trying his best. And if you enjoyed this video and this whole voice randomization process that I made, please subscribe to Kilrorbus here and leave a like on this video. But without further ado, let me get right into the content and show you the insanity that comes with voice randomization in Act 2. Well, Act 2 has begun, and something I didn't really think about before this video is that you really meet most of the NPCs in this game in Act 1. Despite being the goal of Act 1 and a place you'd imagine to be much more populated with actual alive citizens, the Citadel doesn't really have a lot of unique NPCs. Most of the people you end up meeting here are people you either met in Act 1 or just not that many other people. You have like automatons that you can meet in here, and you have the caretaker in the first shrine, but like everyone else, Lace, Sherma, the Garmon and Zaza, Chakra, they're all people you meet in Act 1.
That boy?
That's a great call out you have there, Lace. I've already forgotten. You're Pilby, right? Yeah. My good old arch nemesis Pilby. I just can't take you as seriously with Pilby's voice, Lace. You sound much more kind, despite your words being the opposite.
Hello, Mick.
Okay, well that laugh kind of fits. And there she goes. Well, I guess I'll meet back with you when I open up the first shrine, because the caretaker should have a brand spanking new voice to greet me with. Okay, look, I am going to first shrine, but I just wanted to see Sherma Nuu in the bath and see what they had to say about this entire existence. You can already hear the new voice right now. Get it? The new voice? There's so many new puns. How come people don't make them more often? And also, it's fascinating to me that these steams all still go off, because I did beat Phantom to get here. And there are a lot of places in this game where if you beat Phantom, the steam shuts off. This is a crazy voice you have, Sherma. I like your normal laugh here a bit more, I'm sorry to say. How are you doing? Oh, that's your actual voice. Kishla. I like your voice. I like Nuu being able to have fun like this. And I have an honest feeling that if the real Nuu was in a bathhouse like this was just the noise she would make the whole time. Nuu is a big weirdo, we all know that. Maybe this is just what she experiences when she's in hot water, who knows. Okay, now let's actually go and find the new NPC. Alright, we've made it to the first shrine, and in case you didn't know, you don't have to stay to watch this whole animation. The second you hit this bell, you can book it, and everything is solved. Oh, who is this speaking to me right now? Okay, you're not giving me a lot of information, buddy. Some more sounds, please. Okay, maybe a female voice. You're just not giving me much. Come on, caretaker. Genuinely, no idea. What if you sing to me? That's kind of a good voice. I like that. That fits. I feel like you actually are one of the rare people who got a song for your singing. You just don't have much for anything else. And everything you do is so quiet. This is Mr. Oi here. I could not imagine him not having this loud and annoying voice all the time. I mean, it's not always quiet, but it's just, I can't place it at all. Yeah, that's gonna be a question mark for me, dear viewer. If you can get the caretaker's voice, good on you. I cannot off of that information. So these three statues aren't really characters, but they do have voices, and given that this is a voice randomizer, I figured why not include them. So what will these booming, majestic, mechanical voices turn into with this mod? They're Pavo. I'd know that voice anywhere. Pavo has become the three guardians of the top of the Citadel. The guardians of Grandmother Silk are Pavo. Good on you, Pavo. You're moving up in the world. Yeah, I mean, the first one's definitely Pavo. I assume all of this are just random Pavo voice lines. Yeah, 100%. He has a very, very distinctive voice. You know? Beside it being just one voice instead of three, this isn't the most odd fit in the world. I feel like Pavo could do these guys' jobs pretty well. He's very passionate, for sure. And maybe that passion is what's needed to revitalize Farloon. In Silksong 2, I hope Pavo becomes the new voice actor for all of the important NPCs in the game. That is what I'm taking from this. Who here is interested in hearing the very odd and gruff-sounding Cardinius with a different voice today? I certainly am, which is why I'm going to pick up this Psalm cylinder, which is what allows us to start talking with him. I think that's your normal voice in the background. That is not your normal voice. You're sounding a lot cuter today, Cardinius. I'm not going to give it to you. Oh, you don't sound too upset like that. Oh, well, I should have just told you yes. Let me leave and come back. Give me a second. Okay, hey, Cardinius, so, what's your voice, huh? You sound almost like, I know they're all bugs. I was gonna say like a bug, but like a flea almost? Woo! This may be the voice of like a more sentient creature, but it also sounds like something that is like a flea, that is not exactly talkative most of the time. But it's a voice, so it has to come from someone who's talking. Oh, it's the brood mother's, like, child. That's what that voice is. Yeah, this is 100% the baby voice, the broodling. I think it's called the broodling. When you beat the brood mother, if you go back into her arena, you will find this NPC, her child, which will eventually grow up to become another brood mother, I believe. Ooh. And what if you sing to me, little broodling? Cardinius. I think this is the most pleasant interaction I've ever had with you, Cardinius. Thank you. Thank you, Voice Randomizer mod, for making Cardinius someone I actually want to talk to more. Unfortunately, I will see you later once I have the melody. But for now, I've got to see myself a Trobbio. Trobbio doesn't have that many voice lines. I think he has like straight up 2 lines of actual written dialogue. But I'd randomize him just because he's Trobbio. I mean, I have to, guys. Come on. What do you sound like, Trobbio? That is Skinks, the voice of the creature that takes over Styx's role in the Steel Soul mode. Again, I've never actually seen Skinks, but it's such a distinctive voice that I think I've heard it in a video, and I 100% know that is Skinks. Skinks Trobbio. Evil Trobbio. Yeah, that is actually, it's creepy. Trobbio, I don't want to fight this Trobbio. This Trobbio is gonna destroy me. And then I get normal Trobbio. Okay. Well, I'm getting some skinks lines, but this Trobbio, normal speaking, at least, is getting me back in the mood again to have a fun fight. But I will not show you the whole fight. It is pretty much as normal Trobbio. I will see you with 12th Architect, I believe is the next person. So, I just got the claw line. 12th Architect is one of my favorite NPCs already, and I love her voice so much. So, I can't wait to... She is Kratt. I recognize that skeevy sound anywhere. That is Kratt's voice from a distance. Kratt, what are you doing up there? Are you doing something to 12th Architect? I gotta stop you. Nope, this is just her doing her business. This is what she sounds like now. Mamashka. Heck yeah. This is, again, massively unfitting. Probably the least fitting voice I could ever imagine 12th Architect having. Which is why I'm glad that it's here. I'm glad that I got to experience 12th Architect Kratt at some point in my life. This isn't something as bad as Pavo, where I'm just upset about it. This is just, it's stupid enough to be funny. What if you sing to me? Kratt, sing your song. I think that's an actual song. Nice. I feel like the words coming out of your mouth, 12th Architect, are not fitting with the tone of voice you were singing with. But, oh well, have fun with your construction. You really sound like you're enjoying it. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I think I should leave you alone for a bit. So, there's not, like I said, not a lot of other NPCs in Act 2. There's Conductor Ballador. I'm gonna go back to Cardinius, my little broodling, to learn the melody from him. But outside of that, it's pretty much those two, and then I talk to Lace, and that's pretty much it. I believe Cardinius will have some unique dialogue lines for singing along with the melody, but there's a lot of tricky kind of sciences to the naming behind a lot of the audio files. So a lot of audio files that are with the same character are named differently from each other when they're used in different circumstances. So there's a chance I didn't change the Cardinius singing along with the melody audio file. Hopefully that is not the case though. Hello, my little brood Cardinius.
That's fine.
Will you teach me?
Nada.
I know you will, because you sound like a very nice and affable individual. Yeah, dude. Let's play it. I have music turned off, so none of us are hearing it.
Buenera.
You know what? With music turned off, this might be one of the greatest cutscenes ever if this audio is changed for Cardinius. Pure cinema. And also, music settings are very odd, because it just randomly started playing in the second half of that cutscene, despite being off the whole time before. Whatever, that's not the point of this video. You're so happy, Cardinius. I'm so glad I could give this joy to you. You're such a joyless being normally.
Me ofende?
And it's off. Okay. Thank you so much for your help, Cardinius. It was actually great to see you. Bye-bye. Alright, how about before I go to Conductor Ballo, I check back in on the caretaker in the shrine, huh? Well, we're back in Songclave with the very soft-spoken caretaker who I don't think I ever got their actual dialogue correct. Are you going to speak any louder now? Yeah, it might not just be them being too quiet. I truly just can't pick that sound out from a line. It's some female character, and that's it. That's all I've got. Why couldn't you be like Chakra? Then I'd be able to get it like that. So, all I'm learning from this video is that if I were to do a challenge where I have to pick out who says a certain line, I would fail in probably 70% of cases. But that's fine. This is all for the fun of it. I'm not losing anything by having a bad memory. Let's go see if Conductor Ballador is doing any better. I have a feeling his voice will be more lively than his normal one. High Hall's Gauntlet complete, and let's go. Oh, you're Scrounge. I'd always recognize that. Oh, shush. Hello, my relic keeper friend. You're singing to me. That's lovely. Ballador, you have such a beautiful voice. Well, it's cool to see you, but unfortunately you do not talk too much. You don't even sing. You're just not going to give me any song at all, huh? I'm just not going to get anything from you. Alright, fine. This is the worst song learning sequence I've ever seen, Ballador. Come on, man. You've got a great new voice, but this is just unacceptable. Alright, fine. Well, I guess since the game stopped trying, I'm gonna stop trying. Yeah, bye, sir. So, all I've really got left when it comes to main voices in this game are the 3 statues after having learned the melodies, and Lace. Grandmother Silk, not a word comes out of her in this whole game. She is not very talkative, she does not get a voice outside of her screams in a boss battle, and those are not changed in this playthrough. I was thinking at one point of doing this for every NPC in this game. That would take friggin' forever, okay? So if this video does well, if all of you enjoy it, maybe I'll try doing that in the future, or maybe I'll just pull the pin entirely and randomize every single sound in this game with no limits, because that will be pure chaos, and maybe that'll be fun too. For now, let's go see the statues. We get the normal singing voices, sadly, from the 3 statues. We don't get Pavo singing along with the melodies, which is something I've always wanted to hear in my life, and may come in Sea of Sorrow. Just come back to me in a few months. Tell me if Pavo is a main character in Sea of Sorrow. Pavo, what do you have to say to that? Simango. And that's the last thing he will ever say. Pavo is now gone from this world. He will never make a sound again. Only person who will is his imposter singing wah 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 in Bellheart. And I believe Lace will have no words to say to me either until I kick her butt. So let me go do that. There we go. And Lace, now that I have beaten you in battle, I don't want to hear this fake voice of yours anymore. Give me your real voice, Pilby. Tell me what your final words to me are. That almost fits with your dialogue. These are the lines that really fit Pilby. Life, you're too generous. This weak, wasting existence. This was not life, just a husk shaped to act as a child. And Pilby is very childlike and innocent as well. And they barely have a life, because they die in about half of the playthroughs in this game. So maybe this was a parallel we never knew in the storytelling of Hollow Knight Silksong. Lace and Pilby, one and the same. Although these lines and this singing don't really seem to fit well with each other. Do you have any last words before you collapse, Pilby Lace? Solamapioklo. I will remember them.
Sentoso.
And Sentoso, of course. And you get a Lace laugh. So Lace was still in there all along. That's what we've learned. And now, the video has come to a close. Because even though the game isn't over, this entire randomizer pretty much is. So I will sit here under the ball of silk, trying to rationalize anything I've experienced today. If I was Hornet, and this was my playthrough of this game, I would be questioning these people a lot more. Because even though Hornet doesn't know what they normally sound like, I feel like half of these voices would at least cause her to raise a theoretical eyebrow, you know? Some of these, I don't know if I would go to someone like the 12th Architect and expect to hear Kratt's voice coming out of them, especially not with the way they talk after I actually start hearing their words face to face. But anyway, this was a really funny project. I'm glad I was able to make it. I would be more than happy to do more modifications having to do with this game's audio in the future, because it's just interesting to see this game like messed up in that kind of way. It's why people like Randomizer so much, and I do too. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to Killward Was Here. Have a good day, everyone.